guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a very highly requested video. It's actually how I curate, organize and customize my iPad to my liking. So a lot of app movements. Definitely watch till the end because at the end you're going to see a lot of different cool apps that I'm going to be going through. Really hope that everyone has been safe at home during quarantine and COVID-19. So if you haven't watched my previous video, do check it out. It's a video of me unboxing the iPad Pro 2020 12.9 inch. I also just got my Magic Keyboard, but it's taking forever to come. I'm guessing there's some troubles with like the supply chain and everything, but no worries. Okay, let's just get on with the video. The very first part of the video is me rearranging all my apps. The minute I got my iPad, I just put a random wallpaper first, and I downloaded a whole bunch of apps. So you can see me basically dragging and dropping all the apps into different buckets. So for me personally, there is the socials bucket with all my ad management, social media accounts, even like some chat apps. The second bucket I'm talking about is my work it bucket. So it's a lot to do with like Asana, Slack, Basecamp, Trello, all like random email apps and everything. So that's just where my work it apps go to. Also, that one is where all my editing apps go into. So we have all the kinds of photo apps, video editing apps, filter apps, and anything that's creative related, such as like my voice recording. I definitely have a bucket for finance as well. So finance apps are like more of like banking apps, and also apps for payment and transactions, just so that I can keep track of my goals and everything. I also have a bucket for chillax apps. So that one's a lot more on like music, films, and just podcasts in general. And right, okay, I have one more bucket which is super important. It's my my GFam bucket. So it's the Google Family bucket. I love Google Calendar, Google Sheets, Google Documents, Google Drive is a huge one. I have Google News, I have Google Tasks. So I use a lot of Google apps in general. I also have another bucket for AFam, which is Adobe Fam. So those apps are definitely more on the creator side. So that one, it would be like like Adobe, Photoshop, Illustrator, XD, for UI UX and everything. So, and of course we have the dreaded app bucket for all the apps that you'll never use in your life. So personally for me, there are a few apps that I'll never use, like the ones here. Yeah, so a lot of utility apps go into there. You can see that I have arranged all the apps that I ever wanted to download into about 8 buckets, which is awesome. So right now I'm just shuffling them around. So the next step right now, what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be opening each bucket and choosing the top apps that I always use and dragging them down into the convenient bar. I don't really know what it's called, honestly, into the dock, I believe. Yeah, so at this point I'm just really going in and finding apps. Definitely some social media apps could go down there as well. For me, I just like to hide them so I don't use them as much on my iPad. I feel like iPad is a place to be just clean and be more mindful when I'm doing work and everything. And also definitely to get creative. So in the middle of the video, you can see that I'm always just going to the App Store and downloading some apps that I may have missed out on. Really focusing on productivity this year, I would say. So this is just me going through all my Pinterest wallpapers and seeing which ones I like and vibe with the most. So I love using Pinterest. I use it really often just for inspiration, to make my visual boards, make my mood boards. Sometimes I have like monthly boards just to document how I'm feeling that month in general. Yeah, so you can see definitely I like to Google for things, not Google, I like to search for things like ocean wallpaper. So this is just me going through all my Pinterest wallpapers and seeing which ones I like and vibe with the most. I have so many boards right now, but the pink and blue ones in general, just cause they're very calming and beautiful to look at. I did wish that I could make my own, just that in this video I would love to do that, but unfortunately that would take up the entire video. That was quite pretty. There's a lot of holographic colours. I feel like I'm a podcaster right now. So I think having a beautiful wallpaper and a customized iPad in general just makes you not only take care of your iPad more or your device more, but it just makes it feel like you own it and you just want to get super productive and creative while using this space. So one big thing about me is that while physical space is super important and very calming, I'm also thinking that visual space is maybe even more important because that's actually where we're doing our work. And yeah, of course you can see me testing out a lot of different wallpapers. And sometimes something can be very aesthetic but it's just not your style, and then you just want to like change it around here and there and just experiment until you get something that you love. So yeah, okay, fast forwarding to the end of my wallpaper selection. So as you can see, I've chosen this flower wallpaper which I love. Something I did wish that we had was to create sticky notes on my iPad, so if you know any apps doing that, just let me know down in the comments below. So on Procreate, this is the place where I get creative and just make all kinds of different typography things, or stickers, or PNG files for like my thumbnails, or just basically anything that's creative. I go into Procreate. Procreate has a one-time fee of around $15 from where I am in Singapore, so I really hope that I can make my own stickers one day, so that'll be super cool. But meanwhile, I'm just using it for, making notes. You can also use it to make your logos. So, next app I want to show is just Google Calendar. So this is honestly the task management app that I have been using so far. Definitely it's not the best of the best, but this helps me to not miss any appointments or deadlines in general. So I'm still always looking for apps to improve my productivity. What I'm going to be showing you guys is also another working app, which is Slack. So I use Slack all the time because all my work communication is there. So of course I just want to be on point with any internship or like freelancing work that I do. It's also a really good place for you to keep notes. So we do have groups in school where we can follow for tasks. Yep. Okay, another one is Asana. So I unfortunately did not log into Asana right here, and I finally logged into it. Great. So Asana is awesome for task management. It's a very sophisticated app for everything that you need to do in work. I definitely recommend Asana as it has a lot of functions and capabilities. So inbuilt within Asana, besides task management and being able to delegate tasks, they have a version of Trello inbuilt within Asana for you to just see what's going on. Of course, you have like a list view and a calendar view and everything, like my timetable, the different tasks I have. Unfortunately, I have to blur all of those out. This app is for note-taking, so I have a super detailed way of, guiding my day. So as you guys know, I do a lot of like monthly planning and daily planning, and enough said, it's just basically a note-taking app. Okay, right now I'm gonna go into one of the most powerful apps, which is Notion. So I obviously use Notion for work because that's just where all the information is kept. I also use it for my personal, but I'm gonna be doing that only next time, showing you exactly how I use Notion. So comment down below if you want to see a video on how I use Notion for work or for my note-taking for school and for studying tips. So Notion is literally incredible. Definitely check it out. Okay, next up, I'm gonna go through my Outlook emails. I have a ton of emails every single day, and honestly, I really need to unsubscribe to some things. So my Microsoft Outlook email is one of the most important tools because my school email is in here, like for more official study-ish things. So all my Luminous is basically like an NUS the homework tracking system is inside. I also do use the calendar function to have direct Zoom meeting synchronizations. Alright, and the next app is Calm. So Calm is incredible for just sensing your mood, documenting it as like a diary kind of thing. So Calm is one of the most beautiful meditation apps in general. The UI UX is gorgeous. The sounds are, very calming, yeah, to say the least. So they have all sorts of things, like you have bedtime stories, you can even set your own like sleep timer just so it goes off within an hour and it doesn't play for like 10 hours straight. There's also like different cool like meditation soundtracks that you can listen to. You have Disney songs inside, you have Tommy the Train inside as well, which just makes me uncomfortable, but let's not even go into that. Yeah, I'm sure we all know what Google Drive basically is. I have a lot of work documents on it, so I'm just gonna blur all these out. But yes, I use Google Drive all the time for work, for studies, for personal. So as you can see here, I have a lot of notes for, like fashion related things, e-commerce related things, and also for like my digital marketing notes, social media notes, paid acquisition and everything. I spend a lot of time on Google Drive, so this is how I declutter my workspace by making like a ton of accounts. So that's just what I do. Okay, right now we're gonna go through the next app, which is YouTube Studio. So of course this is an app that I find super handy. You can use this to track your YouTube stats and everything. So this is one of the main reasons why I put it on my front page, is because I'm always generally just trying to improve my YouTube game. So if you haven't already, this is the perfect time to like, comment and subscribe because you have some awesome quality content on your way. And of course, I'm always just... Okay, TubeBuddy is incredible. So for TubeBuddy, you can basically use it as another version of the YouTube Studio, but it's definitely a lot more, in-depth and extensive. And also, as you can see, I haven't uploaded my TubeBuddy in like days because I just downloaded TubeBuddy onto my iPad. But TubeBuddy is incredible. So basically, you can track your milestones, you can see your YouTube analytics. I just hit 30,000 views, thank you guys. So I'm trying to post a lot more consistently. You can use this to actually see keyword competition to see which videos are ranking. If you want to learn more about the TubeBuddy app, do comment down below if you want me to just give a deep dive into how I do my YouTube analytics. Maybe a small YouTuber, you want to grow your channel as well. So this is just what I've been doing. I obviously have not shot up or like blown up, but in general, it really helps a lot in your SEO for YouTube and to grow faster. So I really hope that maybe 1 year later I can be like a freaking like insane, crazy, famous YouTuber and show you guys my crazy tips on how to grow. But right now, honestly, we're just gonna settle for these rather sad numbers. I'm just kidding, I'm totally fine with them. Okay, the next video, the next app that I'm gonna be going through is... Okay, so right now, of course, I am on Instagram. Do give me a follow if you want to see my behind the scenes for multiple things, for like my live streaming on Shopee, for like me editing YouTube videos, for me gardening, feeding my bunnies, spending time with my family, a lot of things that you don't need to know about in my life. It's all on Instagram. So I like to do a lot of lifestyle and travel pictures, as you can see, and yep, a lot of heavily edited pictures. Awesome. Okay, great. Now this is just me going through my social media, my Facebook. These are my friends I made in exchange. Totally random. This is just me reposting a picture that's been taken like 1 year back. Oh, so many great memories, honestly. So LinkedIn is definitely like a go-to social, not really a social, but more of like a professional networking app. You can definitely use LinkedIn to find jobs. I love looking at the job section. So as you can see, I really want to intern at YouTube one day, but I realized they have no open positions at all. So I'm just like, never mind. But yeah, I think it's super cool if you get to work in one of those big shot places like Facebook, Google. Okay, anyways, right now I'm signing in to Buffer. So Buffer is definitely the go-to platform if you're into scheduling all your social media posts. I definitely have a Buffer account just because I am a social media intern in general. So Buffer is incredible at scheduling your stuff, so that you don't have to be like you can basically let a robot do all these postings for you and you don't have to worry about your social media being inactive. Best thing about Buffer is that you have like a direct synchronization of analytics if you pay for it. Of course, you can also use Hootsuite, so that's another app that you can actually discover. That's also very popular. Kickstarter, just to see all the different fun things going online. Definitely supporting some projects would be fun. I love supporting Kickstarter projects. I've honestly only supported like 5 in my life, but so far so good. Yep, okay. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope that this helped you to customize your iPad. I hope it also gave you an insight into the apps that I personally use and also how I organize all my apps. Every app that I've downloaded here today is for a very, I would say, intentional purpose. It's very productivity driven, marketing driven, and also creativity driven. So I really hope this inspires you. Thank you for watching today's video. Once again, please do like, comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell because I post every Sunday at 9 PM and sometimes on Wednesdays at 9 PM. Love you guys, thank you.